Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here from Pickdawgz.com bringing y'all my NBA Jam session on December 29th, 2022, man. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop your like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through seeing y'all like in the comments. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, as well as best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, check us out over at pickdawgz.com. Click that premium picks tab. If you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam Session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man, you can click the link in the description. It'll take you right to it. $15. Scoop that up. My best bet in the NBA every night, man. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ. That's where I usually update y'all on any late injury news. And if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association, man, let's make some money tonight. Small card tonight, one of the smallest ones we've had this week. But we look to smash it, man. We've been kind of cold here recently. I know that. Let's try to end that here tonight, man. Let's get hot. You know, we got the capability to do that. So let's try to do that. Let's try to start that here tonight, man. And without further ado, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder out on the road facing the Charlotte Hornets. Tough one, in my opinion, man. It really is. We got Charlotte laying one, total 240. For me in this one, the side I am leaning to is Oklahoma on the money line. But it's not really just that easy, though, because the Thunder, man, they just played 7 straight home games, and now they find themselves on the road. This is going to be their first road game in over 2 weeks, man. They have been playing the much better basketball, hence why I'm taking them in this one. They've won 4 of their last 5, and they've beaten some pretty good competition in that span. San Antonio was their last win on the 27th. They won 130-114. They lost to New Orleans the game before that in overtime, 128-125. Before that, they had beat a good Portland Trailblazers team in back-to-back games at home, 101-98, 123-121. And the game before that on the 17th, man, they beat the Memphis Grizzlies in their building, 115-109. So like I said, 4 of the last 5 they've won for this Oklahoma City team. I do think they're playing a much better basketball here. That's why I'm leaning them here in this one. But like I said, they haven't played a road game since the 12th of December, over 2 weeks. They played 7 straight home games. So now they're out on the road. But, you know, the Charlotte Hornets, they just played 6 straight road games, man. They returned home in this one. They've been beaten pretty handily here recently, man. They've only won 2 of the last 5. Golden State beat them at home 110-105. Portland beat them 124-113. They beat the Lakers 134-130. They got handled by the Clippers out on the road 126-105. They beat Sacramento out on the road, which is a really good win, 125-119. They've been playing better since LaMelo Ball has returned. I will say that about this Charlotte Hornets team, but I don't know, man. I'm really not in love with the spot for either of these two teams. One coming in off of a long homestand, the other coming in off of a long road stand. So something's got to give. I'm going to take the team that's been playing the better basketball here recently. I think they can get themselves a road win. So give me the Oklahoma City Thunder on the money line here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers out on the road facing the Indiana Pacers. Cleveland road favorites laying 5.5, total 224.5. So another tough one for me, man. I am going to take the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'll lay the points. I think they are the better team in this one. And quite frankly, I think this is just going to be a perfect bounce back and get right spot for the Cleveland Cavaliers after losing their previous 2. We were on them in those 2 games, 2 at home. They lost to Brooklyn. I thought they were going to end the streak there. For the Nets. They lost that one, and they lost to Toronto at home as well. That was a real head-scratcher because Toronto had been terrible on the road, and Cleveland had been so money at home, but they lost that one 118-107. They find themselves out on the road in this one where they typically have not played their best basketball. I will say that 5-9-1 against the spread out on the road this Cleveland Cavs team is. But I think, like I said a minute ago, this is going to be a bounce-back spot for them. The Pacers could be without their all-star this season in Tyrese Halliburton. Looks like he's questionable to play in this one. And I'm just not going to overcomplicate it. Sometimes I think I overcomplicate these games. Cleveland is the better team in my mind, in my opinion. Laying 5.5. I can see this one being up 3 points late in the game. Then Indiana gets to doing the fouling stuff. Cleveland ends up winning the game by 7. That's how I really see this game ending up. I think the Cavs win and cover. We see the late fouling all the time in the NBA. That's really what dictates a lot of these spreads, to be honest, sometimes. And I think this one just kind of comes down to that. So I am leaning Cavs in this one out on the road. So, yeah, give me Cleveland here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, and the game of the night, we got the Los Angeles Clippers out on the road facing the Boston Celtics. Celtics home favorites laying 6.5, total 227. Both of these two teams have been playing some really great basketball here recently, man. The Clippers have won 4 of their last 5. They look pretty good here recently, man. They beat Toronto out on the road 124-113. Beat Detroit in overtime 142-131. They did lose to Philadelphia in a game where they were up big early in that one. Then Philadelphia came back, won, and covered. Final score in that one was 119-114. They dismantled Charlotte at home 126-105 and beat up on the Wizards at home 102-93. But they do find themselves out on the road, man, facing one of the best duos in the NBA, if not the best duo in the NBA, in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. This is going to be the Clippers' 4th straight road game. I don't necessarily love that spot, man. Not against the best team, arguably, right now in the NBA, the Boston Celtics. The Celtics have been at home here recently as well. Looks like this is going to be their 6th straight home game for this Boston Celtics team, man. I'm laying the points with Boston. We've seen them be dominant here recently as well. They just beat up on the Rockets 126-102 at home. Completely dismantled the Milwaukee Bucks on Christmas Day at home 139-118. Beat up on Minnesota the game before that 121-109. I know the Clippers are healthy right now. Looks like all systems are a go for them tonight. They've been playing great basketball here recently, but I can't fade the Celtics. Not at home, man, where they've been playing their best basketball. Look like the best team in the NBA right now. Give me the Celtics. I'll lay the points with them here at home entering this matchup tonight. In our next matchup, man, and in my toughest game of the night, we got the Memphis Grizzlies on the road facing the Toronto Raptors. Memphis laying 2.5, total 225.5. I don't know what to do in this one, man. Can I call a spade a spade? Can I call a spade, man? I don't know what to do in this one. I'm tired of both of these teams. Both of these teams have let me down tremendously here this past week and a half. Man, the Grizzlies, I am taking Toronto in this one. All jokes aside, I'm taking Toronto. But it's, it's bottom of the barrel. Memphis, the worst cover team on the road. Not the worst, but definitely one of the worst. 4-12-1 is this Memphis Grizzlies team out on the road against the spread, man. They are terrible out on the road, man. They've only won one of their last 5 games this Memphis Grizzlies team has. That game was against the Phoenix Suns on the 23rd, 125-100. Other than that, man, they just lost at home to the Suns, no Devin Booker, in a game where I was on them. They lost 125-108. The Memphis Grizzlies lost on Christmas Day, another game where I was on them after bumping their gums all summer what they were going to do to Golden State, and then you lose to them on Christmas Day without Stephen Curry. That was crazy to me. And not only did they lose, they got beaten handily in that one, 123-109. They also got road losses to Denver, 105-91. They also got a road loss to Oklahoma City, 115-109. Memphis is terrible on the road, man, and they've been bad here recently. But. The same can be said for this damn Toronto Raptors team, man. I was on the Raptors in their last game on the 27th against the Clippers. I thought that was going to be the perfect spot for them to bounce back at home and get a home win. Did not happen. This Raptors team, I know we typically say I play their best basketball at home, and they are 9-8 against the spread thus far this season at home. But all that was early. Here recently, they have been terrible at home. I think they've lost 5 straight home games. This Toronto Raptors team has, man, which is crazy. So it's evil on evil in this one. And the Raptors have been doing me dirty as well. They're on the do not bet list. Memphis should probably be on there as well. I'll probably spend the day updating the do not bet list. I'll tweet it out later. But it's a pick between two evils for me in this one. I do lean Raptors because the Grizzlies are playing bad basketball right now, and they've been terrible all year on the road. And at least we know the Raptors can play good basketball at home, but here recently that has not been the case. So, like I said, this is one of my least favorite games of the night. I do lean Raptors in a small lean, but I really wish I could pass on this one. I'm tired of both of these teams. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the New York Knicks out on the road facing the San Antonio Spurs. Knicks road favorites laying 4.5, total 226.5. The Knicks are the perfect team to show you how up and down this NBA is right now, man. The Knicks, weren't they just on a 9-game winning streak? Now they done lost 4 straight basketball games. They done melted down completely in the last 2. I don't care what y'all say. I'm probably the Mavericks' biggest fan, Luka Doncic's biggest fan. There's no way in hell that they should have lost that game, the Knicks. I think I saw that teams in that situation had won the last 1,364 games or something like that. There's no way the Knicks should have lost that game, and to lose it like that, crazy. The game before that, man, they folded on Christmas Day, too. I had them on Christmas Day. They folded against the 76ers, winning the entire game, folded in the fourth quarter. Man, you know what I mean? So they've been struggling here recently, man. They've lost 4 straight after that long win streak they were on. But in my opinion, if there's a perfect bounce back and get right spot, it's against one of the weakest teams in the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs. So I am taking the Knicks here tonight. They better get this done here tonight, man. The Spurs, it's not like they're in that mode where they're playing better basketball right now. They're kind of down. They've only won 2 of their last 5. They got beaten handedly on the road in their last one against the Thunder, 130-114. They did beat the Jazz at home, 126-122 on the 26th. Before that, out on the road, they lost to Orlando by 20. Lost to New Orleans by 9. They did beat Houston in the Wimbledon sweepstakes game, but, you know, not overly impressed with this Knicks team, man. I mean, with this Spurs team. I'm really not impressed with the Knicks either, but I do think the Knicks are the better team here right now, and I think this is a spot where they can get right out on the road, man. The Knicks, I will say, we've said this all season, for some odd reason, this Knicks team likes to play their best basketball out on the road, so I am taking the Knicks. I'll lay the 4.5 with them here tonight in this one. In our last matchup of the night, man, we got the Houston Rockets out on the road facing the Dallas Mavericks, my favorite team, man. Mavs laying 11, total 224. As much as I want to take my Mavericks, man, as hot as we've been, we've won 4 straight. We can't do it. We got to take the Rockets in this one, plus the points. It's the right side. I do think the Mavs win this game. Luka is going to have probably another amazing game. How about his last game? 60, 21, and 10. Oh, my goodness, man. That is historic. There's a reason why I got posters of him on my wall, bro. He's that guy. He's going to bring another chip here to Dallas. But here against the spread, man, the Mavs have not been a moneymaker this season. We just got to call a spade a spade. The Mavs are actually tied for the worst cover team in the NBA with the Miami Heat of all teams, man. 12, 21, and 2 are both of those teams against the spread. 2 of the worst cover teams in the NBA, they're bottom of the list. And the Mavs, it's not like we could say at home they play better basketball against the spread either, because that's not the case. 6, 11, and 2 against the spread this season at home are these Dallas Mavericks. Hell, it took an inspired effort in that last one to win against the Knicks, man. And, they didn't even get the cover in that one. Most of us got the push. Here in this one tonight, man, I just think that we're looking at a 7-8 point win for this Dallas Mavericks team. I just think that's what we're looking at. We just seen these two teams play on the 23rd of December in a game. That one was in Houston, but the Mavs won that one 112-106, a 6-point win. I do think they probably look better here tonight. We have been playing some great basketball. Like I said, we won 4 straight, but and I told y'all we're going to go through a soft spot in our schedule where the Mavs are going to start to look dominant again. I've told y'all that. But laying 11 points with one of the worst cover teams in the NBA is just not a spot I want to be in. So I'm taking the Rockets plus the points here tonight on the road. And that's going to conclude tonight's NBA Jam session on December 29th, 2022. Man, thank y'all for watching. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe if you're new. And drop a y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through seeing y'all like in the comments. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, as well as best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, check us out over at pickdawgz.com. Click that premium picks tab. If you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man, you can click the link in the description. It'll take you right to it, man. $15. Scoop that up. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ, man. That's where I usually update y'all on any late injury news and if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association, man. So follow me on Twitter for that. Let's bounce back tonight, man. Let's end this little cold streak we've been on here recently. Hopefully tonight's the night we can do that, man. Talk to y'all in the comments. Talk to y'all on Twitter. See y'all tomorrow, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, and I'm out. Peace.